It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. And we are underway in this AFC Wildcard Weekend contest. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
20, TX.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jerome Baker has it. And the Texans are finally stopped on the return, but they'll still take over on the edge of the red zone. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
Oh, ready?
First down. Oh, he loses the football. Steelers have it, headed the other way.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the offseason. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play. No one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard, and it's that type of effort the coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Staying on the ground with Harris. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stops. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Tua now from the gun. Taken in by Harris. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
The defenders are there to get him at the line. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got first down from the 31.
Go ahead.
Tua off the play fake. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Watch it, Austin.
From the 34. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Has a hole left, room to run. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Well, that certainly wasn't the end result he was after there, Brock. A big play to start the scoring, but we can definitely say this was not his intention, letting that pass go.
No, a lot of game left, though, and that's
Yep.
a positive. And you know what? He's going to have a chance to totally redeem himself after that one.
Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They give to Harris from the gun. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Harris with a first down and more. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Ball on the 45, first and 10.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Tagovailoa back to throw. That throw finds Pickens. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, Tagovailoa. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Going on 3rd, Tagovailoa. He sends this one to the end zone. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. And they send a man in motion. First down, Stroud. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
On the quick, right?
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession.
Here we go.
They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
South. Oh, right. Buggy.
On play action, here's Stroud. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. And the Steelers get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Connects with Bateman. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Texans have it now on his 8th pick of the year.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody.
And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans parlay the interception into points. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. This one misses the tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now Tagovailoa to throw. That's Thomas. He's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. Gets this one to Harris. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
All right, come on. Yeah. 21G, 21G. Hey, 21G.
Now two at a throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it's going to be Texans football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, south, south, south. 11, 11, 11.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He throws a bullet to the center. Big gain downfield. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Brock, you remember when they were near their own end zone? Yeah, things have totally changed now. 1st and 10 in enemy territory. Give now to the running back. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, let's go.
They motion the slot man right. Back-to-back carries here. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Texans take a 13-point lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tunga Bailoa. His ball's caught by Pickens. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. And it's the Steelers with first and 10.
CX. Ready.
Tua setting up to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
And this is down all the way to the 3. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Harris can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's second and goal. Tua now from the gun. Taken in by Likely.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On third and goal, it's Tagovailoa. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers make it a one-score game before halftime. George Pickens the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
All right.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Hits him on the in route. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here we go.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Kate, when you watch the Combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Shotgun now for Stroud. He's throwing deep to the left side. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Look to hot, look to hot. Why, Tony?
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We got second and 15. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty.
Hey, south.
From the gun, Stroud. A massive shot towards the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Colson Adebo's got it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing it just before halftime. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. With this kick, we're back underway, a spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ow, that's right.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have second and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From the 38. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. You get a pick six. You get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Oh, ready?
Here's the one back on the handoff. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
They give it to him again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
On the quick, right? Two J.
Another carry for him. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. Hey, Uno Mars. Tonight.
From the 48. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
19 Texas. Look the hot.
Stroud off the play fake. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Why, Tony?
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. And they pick him off again. And the Steelers take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
They go play action with Tagovailoa. Bateman hauls it in. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
Go ahead.
Running behind center with Harris. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
This is Harris on second down. Has some space inside the 15. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Najee Harris, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, let's go.
Hand off to the back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He puts some power on a deep one, and they pick him off again. And the Steelers take it away once again, the 5th time they've intercepted in this game. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Looking for George Pickens that time. And it sets up 2nd down. They give now to Najee. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. 6 yards the pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Taken in by Harris. And they take him down right along the 30. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Najee takes this one. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's Steeler football. If they can hold this lead, they'll continue this postseason run. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Harris. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal.
Watch it, Oscar.
Switching it up here. Tagovailoa to throw. Gets this one to Harris. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That one's incomplete in the end zone. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board. It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run the counter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First down, and they go right back to him. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Put the body on the line for his team. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up a Houston first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
South.
First down, Stroud. Pass is cut at the 9. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Touchdown, Houston! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Out.
Tua off the play fake. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
From the gun, they go with Harris. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
2nd down here, another give to Harris. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Steelers only up by a few. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
44. Ready. Out.
Harris once more. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Second down now, 7 to go. Now first run of the game, Zamir White. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers make it a 9-point advantage. They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers make it a 10-point ball game. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Oh, ready.
To the air, Stroud. Trying to push it deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. So it's 2nd down coming up.
11. Hey, uno more. Hey.
Stroud. Escapes a defender. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Complete to Dell. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And they jump on top of it. Ooh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. 2nd and 3. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. This is caught inside the 15. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Robbie.
Stroud to throw again on second. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing now. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 4th and long.
19 Texas. Look to hot, look to hot.
Looking to throw it. Throw is caught by the back. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. So for Brock Heward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Steelers are winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.